Welcome to our YouTube channel. So last class we discussed the theory aspect of velocity and acceleration analysis of mechanism by instantaneous center method. So in this class, let us learn some problems related to instantaneous centers method. Here we have a problem. In a pin joint 4-bar mechanism as shown in figure, link AB is equal to 150 mm, BC and CD is equal to 180 mm, and AD is equal to 300 mm. The angle BAD is equal to 60 degree. The crank AB rotates uniformly at 100 rpm. Locate all the instantaneous centers and find the angular velocity of the link BC. And this rough diagram is given in the problem itself. We know that the first step for the solution is we need to draw the configuration diagram to a suitable scale. Let us take the scale 30 mm as one unit, that is 1 centimeter. Hence, I suggest the students to draw the diagram on book using geometrical instruments. Just for teaching purpose, we are using the software. Let us draw the configuration diagram. AD length. So AB length is 150 mm. 150 mm divided by 30, that gives us 5 centimeters. So draw a line 5 centimeters at an angle 60 degree. Then the length AD is also given, that is 300 millimeter. So 300 millimeter divided by scale factor is 30, that is 10 centimeter. So draw a 10 centimeter line at an angle 0 degree. Then the length BC and CD is equal to 180 millimeter. So 180 divided by 30, 6 centimeters line. The length is the length BC. So let us take arc by center point method. Keep the compass leg in your compass leg, keep at this point and take radius 6 centimeters. Cut an arc. Similarly, keep the compass leg at this point, measure 6 centimeters and cut another arc. Then join this end point with the intersection of the arc, join with the end point. So this constitutes now A, this is B, this is C and D. Among this, the link AD is fixed link, so we need to show it by a hatched line. Then the crank AB is at an angle 60 degree, so show that also the angle between the fixed link and the crank is 60 degree. So now we've drawn the configuration diagram to a suitable scale. Then the second step is identify the number of instantaneous center using formula n into n minus 1 by 2. So here n, the small n, is 4. We know that 4-bar link is consist of 4 links. Therefore, the number of instantaneous centers, capital N, will be equal to, the formula is n into n minus 1 by 2 divided by 2. So this is the formula. Now if you substitute n is equal to 4, we get the number of instantaneous center, n is equal to, capital N is equal to 4 minus 3, that is 12. 12 divided by 2 means 6. So there are 6 instantaneous centers for this 4-bar mechanism. Now we need to identify the instantaneous centers Let us by circle method. So for that, we need to draw a circle of any radius. Draw a circle of any radius. Then divide the circle into equal number of parts, that is equal to number of links. So since we have 4 links, I need to divide the circle into 4 equal parts. You can make use of a compass. So divide the circle into 4 equal parts. And number the divisions clockwise. That is, this is 1, this is 2, 3, and 4. Now we need to identify the instantaneous centers which is on the mechanism itself by inspection. We know that there are 2 types of instantaneous centers, that is primary instantaneous centers and secondary instantaneous centers. It's also called as fixed instantaneous centers, permanent instantaneous centers, and neither fixed and nor permanent instantaneous center. Now let us consider this as link number 1, the fixed link as number 1, and the crank as 2, the connecting rod 3, the coupler is 3, and followed by link 4. By looking by inspection itself, we can say the instantaneous center I12 is at point A, that is fixed point, and instantaneous center I14, that is also fixed instantaneous center, and I23 will be at point B, which is permanent instantaneous center, and I34 is another permanent instantaneous center. So out of 6 instantaneous center, we found 4. The remaining 2 we need to get, which are the neither fixed nor permanent instantaneous center. So to get that, we will make use of this circle method. So anyhow, by inspection we found instantaneous 1 and 2. So join the line 1 and 2 by a continuous line. And we found the instantaneous center 2, 3. So join a line 2 to 3 also. Then we found instantaneous center 3, 4. So 3 and 4 by continuous line. Then instantaneous center 1 and 4 also we know. So join 1 and 4. Now the required one is instantaneous center, for example 1, 3. 1, 3 is the unknown, that is neither fixed nor permanent instantaneous center. So to get instantaneous center 1, 3, you can use this circle diagram to get the instantaneous center. It's a common line for 2 triangles, that is 1, 2, 3, then triangle 1, 4, 3. So we have 2 triangles here, whereas the side 1, 3 is a common side. So let us take 1, 3 is the 1, 2 and 2, 3. So that means we can assume if I take a line from instantaneous center 1, 2 and instantaneous center from 2, 3. So we already have instantaneous center 1, 2 and 2, 3. That is 1, 2 is here, the fixed one, and 2, 3 is here. So just produce that line to certain extent. Then you come to the circle diagram once again. The 1, 3 downward triangle, what we have, that is 1, 4 and 3, 4. So instantaneous center 1, 4 is here, and instantaneous center 3, 4 is here. So just continue this to further line. So wherever these two intersects, that will be the instantaneous center 1, 3. Similarly, to find the instantaneous center 2 and 4, we need to join a line from 2 and 4. So now this 2 and 4 is a common line for triangle 4, 1, 2 and 4, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4. That means I need to draw a line from instantaneous center 1, 4 and 1, 2. So 1, 4 and 1, 2 is on horizontal line. So from this endpoint, I need to draw a certain length line. Similarly, instantaneous center 2, 3 and 3, 4 is there. That is the line in instantaneous center 3, 4 and 2, 4 is followed here and just produce that. And in fact, we are following this by applying Kennedy's theorem. That is, if three bodies have relative motion to each other, their instantaneous center should lie on a straight line. That concept we are applying here to obtain the neither fixed nor permanent instantaneous centers. So just extend this line to further, and this line also extend. So wherever these two lines intersects, that will be the instantaneous center I24. I24. So just for measurement, I'll trim the extra line. So now we located all 6 instantaneous centers, that is using Kennedy's theorem and circle diagram. Now the problem is to locate the instantaneous centers is completed. Find the angular velocity of link BC. To find the angular velocity of link BC, let us consider the velocity of point B. The velocity of point B we can take as omega AB multiplied by length of this link, that is AB. So linear velocity of point B can be taken as omega AB multiplied by AB. So speed is given here, that is 100 RPM. Hence, I'll take it to new document. Okay, so omega B, the linear velocity of point B can be taken as the omega AB multiplied by the length of the link, right? So at the same time, omega B formula is 2 pi n by 60. So n is given 100 RPM. Therefore, 2 pi multiplied by 100 divided by 60, and the length of AB is 150 mm. If you convert into meters, we get 0.15. So on substitution, we get 1.571 meters per second. So this is the linear velocity of point B. Since at the same time, the point B is also the point on link BC, hence the velocity of point B can be written in form of omega BC multiplied by the distance from instantaneous center I13 to the point B. So by measurement, we need to find the distance from I13 to B. So let us find the distance now. I13 to B. So I13 to B, the distance is 83 mm. That means 8.3 centimeters. So if you take 8.3 centimeters and if you convert into scale, that is 250 millimeter we get. So 250 millimeter is the distance, 250 millimeter, that is 0.25 meters we get. So therefore, the angular velocity of link BC will be omega B divided by the distance from I13 to point B. So on substitution, we got the angular velocity of BC is equal to 6.28. So this is the solution for this problem. Let us move on to the next problem. A slider crank mechanism shown in figure. The crank OA is equal to 300 mm and the connecting rod AB is equal to 1200 mm. The crank OA is turned 30 degrees from the inner dead center. Locate all the instantaneous centers if the crank rotates at 15 radians per second clockwise direction. Find the velocity of slider B and angular velocity of connecting rod AB. So for this, a rough diagram is given in the problem itself. Let us draw the first step, the configuration diagram, by taking suitable scale. So the scale factor we have taken 100 mm is equal to 1 unit. That is, we will take 100 mm is equal to 1 centimeter. So 100 mm is equal to 1 centimeter. Let us draw the configuration diagram using continuous line. We have OA is equal to 300 mm. So 3 centimeters line we draw at an angle 30 degree. Then the distance from B to O, the distance from O to B is unknown. So see, let us draw a construction line horizontally. Then, in fact, we know the length of connecting rod, that is AB. AB is equal to 1200 mm. So 1200 mm means 12 centimeters we get. Take compass, keep compass like at this point and take 12 centimeter radius, 12 centimeter radius and cut an arc. So this point gives us this point B, and this is the point A, and this is the point O. So if we join a line from point A to B, the intersection of this arc and line, and here comes the slider. And this slider is moving on a fixed path. It has a constrained motion. So now we have a pivot point here, that is point O, the pivot point. Now we need to identify the number of links. Let us call the fixed link as 1. So fixed link as number 1 and the crank as number 2 and connecting rod as number 3, then the slider as number 4. So since the slider crank mechanism consists of 4 links, the instantaneous center will be once again 6. That is 4 into 3 divided by 2. 4 3 is 12 divided by 2 means 4 into 4 3 is 12 divided by 2 means 6 instantaneous centers. So to locate this, we will draw a circle to locate the instantaneous centers, and we need to divide the circle into number of links. So since we have 4 numbers of links, I'll divide the circle into 4 number of divisions. And number the divisions in a clockwise direction. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. The next step is we need to locate the instantaneous centers which are fixed and permanent instantaneous centers. So by looking itself, we can say the I12 will be at exactly point O, so that which is the fixed instantaneous center I12. Then I23 will be at point A, which is a permanent instantaneous center, and I34 will be at the point B. I34 will be at point 3. So I34. So 3 instantaneous we found, and 1, 4, the instantaneous center 1 and 4 will follow at infinity. That means we need to draw a perpendicular line. So this is the path of I14. So this is going to be the path of I14. Because we have a linear motion between the slider and fixed link 1. For linear motion, the instantaneous center will be at infinity. So it's going to be perpendicular to the direction of motion at infinity. So this is I14 at infinity, infinite. Now instantaneous center 1 and 2 we found. So join this 1 and 2 by visible line. Instantaneous center 2 and 3 also we located. Instantaneous centers 3 and 4 also we located. 1 and 4 also we located. So now to determine the neither fixed and not permanent instantaneous centers, let us apply Kennedy's theorem. Let us go for 1 and 3 first. So link 1, 2, 3. 3 bodies have a relative motion to each other. So their instantaneous center must be lie on a straight line. So for this 1, 3 is a common line for triangle 1, 2, 3 and 1, 4, 3. So instantaneous centers 1, 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 1, 3 should be lie on same line 1, 2, 2, 3 and 1, 3. So 1, 2 and 2, 3 are already on a line. So we need to produce the same line to a certain extent. Then 1, 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 3 should be on same line. So 1, 4 will be at infinity, 3, 4 at this point. Hence this will be the I13. I13. Similarly, to identify the instantaneous center 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Now this 2 and 4 is the common line for 1, 2, triangle 4, 1, 2 and triangle 4, 3, 2. So I need to join instantaneous center 1, 4 and 1, 3. So 1, 4 and 1, 2. So 1, 4 I can draw a parallel line from this point. So 1, 4 will run on this. I14 will run on this vertical line. I14 is at infinity. Then I23 and 34. So I23 and 34 will come on this line. So just produce that line till it touches the I14 line. For my convenience, I will delete this extra position line. So hence this will be I14. I24, instantaneous center I24. Now, according to question, we need to find the velocity of slider. So velocity of slider means the velocity of point B we need to find. To find the velocity of point B, first we should find the angular velocity of AB, the connecting rod. So to find the angular velocity of AB, first we should know the linear velocity of point A. So that calculation part I will show in a new file. So now let us take the linear velocity of point A, that is omega OA is multiplied by the length of the link OA. So is given that 15 radians per second is the angular velocity of crank, then the length of the crank is 0.3 meters, hence the linear velocity will be 4.5 meters per second. Then angular velocity will be omega AB multiplied by the distance from point A to I13. So the distance from point A through A to I13, we need to measure in from the diagram A to I13. So this is the distance. The length of this length is 137.48. That is 13.7 centimeters. So multiply by the scale, that is 1374 millimeters. If you convert it to meter, 1.374 meters we get. So 1.374 meters is the A to I13 distance. So then by dividing linear velocity by the length of the distance from I13 to A, we get omega AB is equal to 3.27 radians per second. Hence the velocity of slider will be, now the angular velocity multiplied by the distance B I13 we need to find. So B I13 distance is from the diagram B I13, this is the vertical line, that is 8.37 centimeters. Multiplied by 100 means 837 millimeters we get. So by taking into meters, 0.83 meters we get. So that is the distance 0.83. So multiply 0.837, we will get the velocity of the slider as 2.73 meters per second. So this is the solution for this problem. Let us move on to the next simplest problem. Here, to locate the instantaneous centers for all configurations. For the configuration diagram shown in figure is given. So here the diagram is given, the problem is like this, for which I need to draw the configuration diagram. It's the simplest problem. All dimensions are given. The distance is 65 mm, this distance is 60 mm, and this distance is 80 and 55. Just by using instrument box, I can draw the distance 30-degree, angle also given the 30-degree. This is the problem statement. So draw the configuration diagram, and we can easily find the fixed instantaneous center. There is 1 and 2, 1, 4, 3, 4, and 2, 3. Then one more will come, that is I13 will be intersecting at these two links. And I24, what we have, that is also neither fixed and not permanent, that will apply Kennedy's theorem, and by that to get 2, 3 we need to consider I14, I12. So I14 and I12 line is here, so project that line, and I23 and I34 lines. So I23 and I34 lines you project, we will, the intersection of these two lines gives me the I24. That is, the all three instantaneous centers lie on straight line. Concept will be utilized to locate the instantaneous center. for this configuration diagram. This is the simplest problem. Just we need to locate the instantaneous centers. So let's move on to the next problem. That is a 4-bar mechanism shown in figure. Link 2 is rotating at angular velocity 15 radians per second. Locate all instantaneous centers of mechanism and find angular speed of link 3 and 4. Linear velocity of link 3 and 4 and linear velocity of point E and F. So for this, a rough diagram is given in the problem itself and all dimensions are given. So let us take the first step as the solution step, that is drawing configuration diagram. AB length is given 200 millimeters. So 50 mm we are taken as a scale. So 200 divided by 50 means 4 centimeters line. So 4 centimeter line at an angle 60 degree. Then this line must be visible line. Then we have B to C, that is 20, and once again, so 20 means 4 centimeter, for which better let us take arc by center point method. From this point you take 40 mm radius, simply cut an arc. Okay, then AD is given for 40, so for 400 millimeters. So 400 millimeters divided by 50, that is 8 centimeter line. So let us draw a horizontal 8 centimeter line. So now this point is A and this point is D. This point is B. To locate C, CD distance is 300 given. So 300 divided by 5, that is 6 centimeters. So take compass, measure 6 centimeters and cut. So wherever these two intersects, that will be the intersection point. Join it to B. So this will be the point C. Now B to E is given 150. 150 means 3 centimeters. Take compass, measure 3 centimeter line. Keep the compass like at point D. So 3 centimeters line, 3 centimeter radius, cut an arc. Similarly, you take another distance, that is C to E. C to E 100, that means 2 centimeter line. So 2 centimeter arc you cut. Two centimeter radius arc you cut. So that gives you point E. Join B to the intersection of these two arc E. So B to E, then E to C, then back to B. So this is the configuration diagram. So these two are fixed link. Let us call the fixed link as 1. So fixed link is 1 and this also fixed, this is 2, and let us call this as 2, and here we have ternary link, that is 3 and 4. Here we can see the point F is an additional point, so we need to cut an arc. The point FD is 100. 100 means 2 centimeter line. So take compass, measure 2 centimeters and cut. So that will be the point F. So after this, here also we have 4 number of links. So there will be 6 instantaneous center. Let us go for bookkeeping method or circle method. We need to divide the circle into 4 equal parts. Then call the numbers in a clockwise direction. One, 2, 3, and 4. Now locate the visible, permanent, and fixed instantaneous center. See the point A itself, I12, because it's fixed. So I12 will locate it, join 1 to 2 by visible line. Then 2 to 3 is point B. So take I23 will be at point B. So take line, join 2 to 3 is also a permanent IC. Then 3, 4 also we can easily identify, and 1, 4 also you can easily identify, because the 3, 4 is at point C, I34, and I14 will be at point D, I14. So now to identify the remaining, we need to go for, to find the neither fixed nor permanent, to find I24, let us go for apply Kennedy's theorem. We need to find I12 and I14. So I12 and I14 are on this line. So just join this and produce the line. So I14 should come on the same line. Then I23 and I34 you consider. I23 is point B and I34 is point C. So produce that line. It should come on the same line. So wherever these two intersects, I23 and I34. So this is I24. I24. Similarly, to find the instantaneous center 1 and 3. 1 and 3, instantaneous center 1, 2 and 2, 3 must be projected. It's coming on same line almost. Then 1, 4 and 3, 4. 1, 4 and 3, 4. This line must be extended further. So parallel to this line. So wherever these two intersects, that will be I13. I13. I'll trim the extra lines to just to avoid confusion. So I13 will be the intersection of these two produced lines. So now, according to question, we need to find the velocity of link 3 and 4. So for that, I will take you to another file, the determination of angular speeds and linear velocities. Okay, so to determine the angular speeds and linear velocity, so let us consider the ratio of angular velocity, that is omega 3 by omega 2. So omega 3 will be, I can take omega 2 multiplied by the distance, I12 and I23 distance multiplied by angular velocity, that should be equal to distance from I13 to I23 multiplied by omega 3. So if you take this ratio, anyhow the distance we can measure using the graphical method representation. So 200 millimeter we are getting. So so that omega 3 will be 0.8 times of omega 2. Omega 2 is given in the problem itself, that is 15 radians per second. Hence, omega 3 will be 15 multiplied by 0.8, it is 12 radians per second. In the same fashion, we can go for another angular velocity ratio, omega 3 divided by omega 2. So that omega 4 divided by omega 2. So omega 2, I can take the corresponding distance from instantaneous centers so that we can find omega 4 also. So once we get the angular speeds, angular velocities, we can go for linear velocity just by multiplying their length of the links. So omega b we can find out just by multiplying the angular velocity with the length of the link AB, that is 0.2 meters. Also the point B is on link BC also. So we can represent omega VB is equal to omega 3 multiplied by the distance from instantaneous center 13 to 23. And finally, we can take the ratio of this point C to B, velocity of point C to point B. We can find the velocity of point C also. And considering the corresponding sides in the links triangles, we can find the velocity of point E also. So this is the required solution for a given problem. All this measurement we need to take it from the graphical representation and we need to multiply by scale. So by this we completed some problems on instantaneous center method. I hope you understood. Thanks for watching. Thank you.